What's up, Chad? Yeah, dude, we're doing this in Starbucks right now. This audio doesn't sound very good, so we're gonna try a different mic here. How's it going? Just gonna try to get this Twitch chat up as well. Nice. Okay, this is much better quality for me. What are you gonna do in St. Louis? So probably the only things on the itinerary so far are I'll probably do the Arch tomorrow and like the riverboat thing that goes along with that. And then there's like a zoo. The zoo is popular here, so maybe check that out. And Boa Noit from Gatina Miss Bum Bum. But my friend comes tomorrow, so I think he'll probably arrive like midday, and then we'll just probably do those activities together. Oh, good night. Good night to you too. Buenas noches. How many hours did you travel? It was like 28 or 29 probably total. Let me think. I took an Uber at like... Is this working? Yeah. I took an Uber at like 9:30 a.m. and I got here at like... I got to the hotel at like 3 p.m. probably. So you're gonna blip. It's good now. Okay, yeah. Even here, the Wi-Fi is not like the best, but this is as close as it gets. So you have a tattoo? No, I do not have any tattoos. Here watching McQuarley. What's up, Shelby? Ethan and Jake have tattoos. You don't believe me? Let me see your armpit. We're from Brazil, and it's like a ritual for good things. You can see my shirted armpit. That was more a day. It was like you fly from US to Asia. Yeah, I think I probably would prefer a flight because I've done the US to Asia flights a couple times, and at least like there aren't fights and stuff on airplanes. The crowd is usually a little bit nicer. You get movies and TV, and people bring you drinks and snacks, so that's pretty nice. You need to shake this off to take this off. Hello, hi, hey, what's up? Nuke before Bannon. G59 Taylor, how's it going? Let's see what the dinner options look like tonight. Lived in St. Louis for 9 months, never went to the Arch. When do you expect to go tomorrow? So, let me see when it opens. Do you have a recommendation, Visionary? I'm assuming that Sunset is probably way crowded. Let's see.
Head south on South.
Oh, oops. Okay, so it opens at 8 a.m. Maybe like earlier in the day. I guess it depends on when Conor comes into town. Noonish to avoid direct sunlight. Okay, cool. What are the personalities of your friends like for the next few days? I'm anticipating something like January, Feb. No, really different from that. Like, the guy Conor, who I'm doing the road trip with, what's up, Mom, is going. He's like one of the most respectful, like, well-behaved and intelligent people that I know. He's awesome. He's just like a fantastic guy. So I would be shocked if you guys could find anything not to like with him. And then once we get to New Orleans, it's going to be Clayton and Daniel, and then me, Conor, Toby, and Ethan, and Sam. Actually, maybe Sam will join the group. I talked to him on the phone for a little bit on the bus. I met him, or I hung out with him in LA. So if you watch that, you'd probably remember. I stayed at his place. He's also like very respectful, just like super funny, super nice guy. The way that I met Conor and Sam was through this like honors literature program at USC. So it's for like basically like nerdy kids, which is like a great type of person. So that's why. If that gives you an idea. You into sports? I'm not huge into sports. I like playing sports, but I don't watch usually. Leo spams. Clarification, so is Ethan's coworker Shelby? Yeah, it's not Shelby from our chat. If I win $1 million, I'll bring you guys here. That'd be cool to see you guys on person. We can hang out in other countries like Australia. That would be cool. Maybe in 2020, like we are live stream, we'll go international, and we'll make our way to Australia, and maybe the Philippines. You know, maybe pay you a visit. Long time no chat from my mom. Mom joining the chat. She probably has no idea what's been going on recently, but lots of good things have been happening, Mom. Crazy Greyhound trip. I was just saying it's been too long since you've been here. We need more Hunter Fox soon. Naomi, I'm telling you, Hunter Fox he doesn't answer my messages. Like, he's probably in like the top 3 people that I want to hang out with, but he just is on a different wavelength right now. Krusty Dirk, do your parents watch the stream? My mom does. My mom likes it a lot. She's been traveling a lot recently, so she hasn't been on the chat, but she's here right now in YouTube. She's a really good mom. Probably, I would say maybe the best mom around. Ooh. Oh yeah, LA Sam. Yeah, he's awesome. I'm going to be back in chat tomorrow because I'm getting internet in the new house. Nice. I thought you might clown this for a split second. Nope, that's a negative. So you're not talking about a frat kegger. We will have no frat keggers on this trip. But Ethan will probably get really drunk in New Orleans if I had to guess. Michael, you were at the Arch when you were a baby. I had no idea. Did not know that. Poppy Goat, what's up? I need so much catching up. Yeah, Eddie Masi, hi. How you been? This year, just checking up on you. Good. How are you? Plans for 2020. Great question, Krusty Dirk. I don't have anything set in stone yet. I think the only thing I'm thinking about is I'll probably travel a little bit more than I did this year, because if I do keep streaming like what I'm doing now. The only difference that the only exception that I'll make in the future is I'll allow myself to like go on airplanes and stuff. So that would mean like a tiny bit of downtime where I'm not streaming, but I think that that would be the biggest change. So probably travel more, maybe a little bit of international stuff, change the data plan, but that would depend on if I like have a stream of revenue to be able to do that, because that's more expensive. That is sweet. Is there a stream where your mom was featured? Yes, she came down in April 8th, sometime around there, if that's right. And I've done some hangouts with her that you could find as well. Eddie is splendid. Glad to hear it. Beth has popped up in a lot of hangouts. Yeah, she's coming back out. Mom, when are you coming back out? The 20th of August. So pretty soon she'll be back out here. Yeah, she's an awesome mom. Let me see you while I'm here, if I can get this Discord thing set up, because this would really be good for life. Early April, my months are a bit blurry. Yeah, no worries. No worries. It's true. Right, she came right. You were on the way back from Cali. Yeah, honestly, probably not the best trip. Visionary voyeur. My mother died when I was 14. You're very, very blessed to have two moms still with you. Cherish every day. I'm very sorry to hear that, but I completely agree. Not many people have really good moms like this, and so it's probably the best thing you can ask for growing up. You know, there's like having money growing up, like being healthy growing up. There's like a million things, but having a good mom that's a hard one to beat. Naomi has a great mom too. High quality. The swanky jazz music is good background for the stream. Glad to hear. I was worried it might be a little overpowering. Michael is filling my heart with happiness and love. It makes up for asshole father. Yeah, if you're gonna have one, then mom is pretty important.
Well, I think we can do that here.
What have been the highlights of this experiment so far? Last night was a huge highlight, like not an exaggeration at all. Probably the biggest highlight of the whole experience so far. It was just like an unreal amount of fun, and like a lot of just like fulfillment in the moment. Very fun. And I have a channel full of like all the things. I have like a highlights channel, and so the type of stuff that's on there, like just really funny things that happen that I get on camera. Like I like those moments a lot. Yeah, a lot of small things. Going on the news was really fun. Naomi, are you and Dan back together? We're on the way there, taking things slowly and steady this time. That's funny. For me, the highlights for the trip was your deep convo with strangers. That's cool. Yeah, I wish that. So I don't know if the service cut out before this happened, but someone said this lady who was like really looking for a fight this whole trip said like just basically got really mad at him. The guy sitting next to me for speaking too loud, but he wasn't loud at all. It was like we were pretty quiet. But so after that, we were like almost whispering. So you guys probably wouldn't have been able to hear it anyways, as the connection got bad. Highlight for me was your face after the Cliff Bar Stealer. I wish that he took the Cliff Bar, but he took that weird bar that I really wanted to try. So I would have happily given him the Cliff Bar, but I really wanted to eat that other bar. So I definitely got the raw end of that deal. But he got a bar, so I'm losing reception. Look forward to chatting tomorrow. Hugs and love to all. Cool. Oh. Michael's interactions with people in social settings is my favorite part of the stream. Cool. I really like when he's sober with drunk people and asks them interesting questions. Gotta have the right people for that. Do you think you'll ever go back to school and get a degree? Probably not, if I had to guess.
I think so. Do you know if it's like on your expense or my room or my card? So if I charge it to your room, you would use the credit? Yeah. That's what I'm thinking. Yeah, okay. I'm gonna grab a bottle.
Visionary Warrior. I dropped out and didn't get a degree. The biggest regret of my life. You should really think about that. That's interesting. My dad, he has a friend. I'm trying to think if this is my dad or my grandpa. No, my uncle. My uncle has a really good friend who said the exact same thing. He said he didn't finish college and it's his biggest regret. But I think that the biggest difference, like I appreciate that advice, and I think that that is tough. But the biggest difference is that, like, higher education was, and the way that it was structured and how much it cost and its function in society and the jobs that it prepared you for was all so different just like 15 years ago, 20 years ago, and it just like exponentially more important as you go back in time. And I think that like for all the things that I would be doing, it's just a waste of time and money. Like there's no other way to say it. Like that's just all it is for me. And I think that there are a lot of like deeper problems with the higher education system that I would hope would get corrected at some point before I would even think about going back. Also, I just went to the worst school ever, so that's probably one of the problems. But it's not impossible. There's an warrior. It's just probably unlikely. Whereas Michael, I'm in St. Louis right now. I think someone is eventually going to have a Big Brother style house where they live stream everything. Yeah, I agree, Crusty Derek. Lots would watch. I would totally do that if I figured out the technology. A hotel Starbucks, yes. You can always go back to school if you really want. Yeah. It is just a symbol now. Totally, Naomi. Visionary voyeur crying robot. But no, not to detract at all from your thoughts on it and the fact that you want to complete it, because it's seriously, it's just different now. It was, I mean, I wasn't alive back then, but like, I really think that it was important, but I just don't think it's that important anymore. The things it sets you up for, it's like, it's not what I want to do at all. You should go to school abroad if you ever do go back. That would be cool. That would be cool. I would definitely go somewhere like at least like the East Coast or something. If I was going to go abroad, would probably be pretty sweet. How are you, man? Spock. Good. How are you? I hope the best for you. Thanks, Visionary Warrior. Same to you. It's not. I mean, you could go back, right, if you wanted to. Technically. Chief, the 9 Taylor, I think you're insanely smart to get a tech job really easily. Thank you. Yeah, if I ever really need employment, then the first thing that I'll do is video work, because that's like the most tangible skill that I have. No, Visionary Warrior, how come? Why do you say that? How are the workouts going? You got any tips from Spock? Workouts are going well. I've been like really consistent, which has been great. So my pull-up numbers have been increasing, which is the goal. Any tips? I think the biggest tip is just don't skip a day. 3 times a week, don't skip a day. It works for me. Long story, okay, fair enough. Resurrect Isoplex could happen. Not impossible. Or at least like just editing, freelance editing. Because it's a skill I like, but it just wouldn't be my first choice. Do you think you're bigger? I don't know. Maybe like a very small amount bigger. But I'm definitely stronger, which is really good. And you can only keep getting stronger for so long. Oh. Just got a notification from my merch store. Nice. You said one of your plans for 2020 is hopefully to travel. Does that include international travel? It does. Yeah. I would be down to go international for sure. I know a lot of streamers do like Asia and stuff. I think it'd be fun to do Australia. I like England. That'd be fun. It would probably be tough because I think they probably have like rough privacy rules there, but I'd be down to check out a lot of places. How you in a store? I am. The fine Hilton Starbucks, which was not on Google Maps for Starbucks, but is just perfect because every other coffee shop, except for this one that was 5.8 miles away, closes at 9, but this one's open until 10. So I just stumbled upon it, and what a perfect place to be. Please visit the Philippines. I'd be down if there's enough cell phone service there. If the connection was there. Philippines look amazing. If I go, I'll definitely visit you, Baron. At Hitch could give you some good pointers about streaming internationally. Dope. The odds are ever in your favor this trip. Seriously. I've had some lucky stuff. And just like generosity as well. Luck and generosity from the outside world in. Did you change time zones? I don't know. No, I don't think so. In Canada, we have a lot of 24-hour coffee shops. That's genius. Should be some in St. Louis. You didn't. Do you wish you could have a one-day break from streaming your life from Life Siren? It's an awesome question. Honestly, I don't. I really don't. There are times and days where where I just feel like the ultimate levels of despair, and I just don't want to do anything. I just want to book a ticket to a different country and disappear and start a new life. But aside from those moments, which are few and far between, I really like doing this a lot, and I'm really happy about the consistency of it and the fact that it's something that's not just once in a while. I like the fact that it is constant. It's like an exposure that's both frightening and comforting. I looked up Shelby. You can come visit North Carolina. Yeah, I'm down, Spock. I think that North Carolina is pretty sweet. South Carolina is dope. Not to be cheesy and cliche, but witnessing your low points makes your high, upbeat ones all the more amazing. That's cool. That's really good to hear. That's what I hope for. I think that the closer that we come to mimicking real life, probably the better. The healthier, definitely, for consumption, in my opinion. And then, for me personally, probably better as well, and good for the relationships. You're actually one of the very few normal people on Twitch, for which I'm definitely grateful. That's awesome. Thank you, Visionary Voyeur. I really appreciate that. And I feel like I have one of I haven't explored tons of chats, but I think that I tend to or the chats that people who stick around in my chats tend to be relatively normal, awesome, nice, and generally pretty just intellectual, I guess. I don't know, just people who are really people that I like interacting with. So, Burn Adventure, can you prepare a dance rap once we hit 1K? Maybe. That's possible. It's possible. Lee Chao Chuan. I don't know how to pronounce that. Michael Gerry livestream, Hong Kong is death. RIP. CCP will kill Hong Kong. I'm not sure what that means. That's it too. You and your roommate should go to Disney World. I hate Disney World. I don't like Disney World at all. I wouldn't go and I would probably not have a lot of fun there. Unless I was streaming and we were just messing around, then it could be fun. Here's the real deal. Michael is the anti-Ice Poseidon. I think it'd be really funny to meet guys like that at some point. It would take obviously a lot more momentum behind the stream, but it'd be sweet to kind of see what those guys are like in person, because I'm sure a lot of it is sort of an act, Well, I've caught you several times in the past months or so, and this is the most I've heard talk to chat. You should do it more often. Yeah, I really got a kick in the butt last night while I was pooping because I saw 300 people on Twitch, and I was like, what the is going on? And so I've just been trying to interact with it. Or I obviously interacted a lot last night when there's tons of people. You could meet Poach. That'd be sick Yeah, I fucking like owe that guy big time. That's, I mean, I don't know. That's really sick what he did, like tweeting this out. That's really, really insanely helpful for me. He lives in Texas. I had no idea. That is nuts. Um, you should do it more often. Yeah, and in the future, I honestly will. Really will try to be more interactive. There are like certain technological pitfalls that I'm trying to patch up. Like having the fact that like Twitch chat for me is like ephemeral is a problem because it's just hard to have like a phone open on the browser all the time because sometimes it's just like the phone will shut off my pocket or we'll get jostled and switch tabs or something. So if I can figure that out and integrate that with Discord and like have the Twitch chat get preserved so I can just like check it out and answer things, then that would be awesome. And also if like there's a lot of interaction right now with this Q&A, which is like super, super awesome. And that makes me want to do more of these. But if I do a Q&A and it's like, and I just kind of sit here and like, it's the usual people, which like no hate to the usual people, but like the people who already sort of like have all their questions answered, or like there's nothing really to discuss, then it's obviously not as fun. So I try and pace them out, but definitely try and do more hangouts and stuff and like up the podcast game and whatnot, and just be better about chat in general. You would not want to see the new Star Wars land. I do like Star Wars. Hong Kong had a big thing. What does that mean? Liu Chow. Okay, I'm just gonna call you Leo from now on, if that's okay. Coach lives in Texas. This is what kind of shop? This is a coffee shop. Sell shoes? I do not sell shoes. Too many people in chat are unnecessarily negative, but I haven't seen much of that here. Yeah, business lawyer, 100%. And one of the reasons why, if you've just been on Twitch, then one of the reasons why I don't interact with Twitch chat much is because like it ranges between like 25 and 50% of the time. If I get a message, it's going to be something like either unnecessarily negative or just like complete nonsense, which is no problem. That's just part of the quirks of the platform and like part of the audience that is on here and just like stumbles upon streams like this. But having good people and like I'm not finding like an eloquent way to say this, but just having good people in chat is everything. It's everything. It makes me want to be in chat and like talk to the people and stuff. Like me and Naomi. Yeah. Like I don't know. Like I know about your life. You know about mine. Like but I actually am curious, Naomi. Actually, I should text you about this because I'm not sure if it's public info yet. But I do have a question for you. Yeah, I think Naomi and Shelby are like your backup memory. Literally, not even a joke. Like they remember things that I forget, and it's nuts. Really helpful sometimes. Spock, I'm on Discord. Cool, good to hear it. We are burned. Michael would be a wreck without us. There are times when like you guys are just like over the top helpful. How much sleep did I get? Maybe like 4 hours on the bus of like really terrible like neck pain sleep, and then probably another 4 hours here of really, really deep sleep, which was just the most glorious sleep ever. I was like dreaming about eating food and stuff. And luxury squared. Well, you can text me anytime. Yeah, I'm gonna hit you up. Shelby and I are soul sisters. How can you sleep in a room with the drapes open and almost all the lights on? I saw that, couldn't believe it. It would be completely impossible for me, but I always sleep with a sheet over my face. The more light is in the room, the more like layers of sheet I fold up and put on my face, and so my eyes, it's for like even with my eyes closed, even if I open my eyes, it's like still pitch black. It's just why I brought like a sheet from home because I have like the perfect sheet for doing that, and so I can sleep in most light conditions using that. When my infrared light breaks, which has happened 3 times this year for my night vision for the sleep stream, then I have to sleep with the lights on, and so I have to do the same thing. Does your streaming device work now? It does. It works perfectly. You slept in the Starbucks. I did. I slept behind the counter, actually. And they almost put me in the coffee machine, but I woke up just in time. Okay, yeah. So since this is public knowledge, Naomi, you gotta like fill me in on that. What's been going on? Naomi got, and this might be wrong, so tell me if this is wrong, but I think offered like a higher up position at a salon. She was already the general manager, maybe, at the one that she was working at, and she just got offered like an even better position at maybe a different salon, or not completely sure. But tell me about that because I want to hear about that. How brother or sister do you have? I have one brother, and he's a year and a half older. Steven's older brother, he's 24. I think he's still 20. Yeah, he's still 23. He turns 24 in September, but very close, Naomi. Visionary voyeur, yeah. It's a good way to sleep, like, because even just in a normal room, like you're gonna have most likely, unless you're like careful about preventing this, you're gonna have lights from chargers, lights from devices. My air conditioner has lights on it. My Wi-Fi router. You just have light pollution in your room, and for me, like having any of that makes my sleep so much worse. And so just covering and making myself like in a cave, it makes a big difference. Okay, so Bobby Chulo Chad just smoked cocaine. Can't you bring your infrared light with you? Yeah, I do bring it with me. It just it breaks sometimes during travel. They're just they're not meant to travel. You know, they're meant to be put up and used as a security light. Bobby Chulo Chad just smoked cocaine. Assistant manager, non-manager. Hell yeah, that's awesome. That's so sick. And Solana Mac got bought by that one. Okay, that's dope. Hell yeah, Naomi. With more of a budget. Hell yeah. Ethan needs to be vlog. Shelby, like you don't understand. I could not tell Ethan anymore. Like he should be making content. Like he should. There's anything he did, if he just like did it in the way that he does things, would be funny and people would like it. People would watch it, but he doesn't want to. He doesn't want to do it. Like your live stream, Hong Kong young people, student goes street with freedom. They fire with China Gov. It was happened 3 mouth. Not totally clear on that. You got a pay raise. That's awesome. Now you can buy more designer clothes. Do you ever think about going back to school? I don't think about it very much. I only think about what people ask, and it's only like. It's always the same thought process. It's like it never really makes more sense to go back than it did for me to continue going when I was there. Along with my higher position. Yeah. I have to cover the lights of my internet gateway every night so I can sleep. Yeah, totally. Because if yours are like mine, they're blue, and it's like that's the worst color for keeping you up. Apparently, you can search about Hong Kong news. Okay. Ethan needs to vlog with Davey. They would be a traveling couple. He has a bunch of vlogs that he hasn't. I think he has a couple that he hasn't posted, or some that he hasn't edited as well, just with him and Davey. But my English is shit. I'm learning. No worries, Leo. I'm trying to go see Ethan, but he doesn't answer his phone much. Yeah, I mean, I tried to like for 2 hours to get him to be part of this tonight. Mine are bright white. Yeah, that's brutal. That's really annoying. Yeah, I did the same thing though, Visionary. I put tape over like all the lights in my room, even my webcam light. I know he needs to be consistent with her in terms of vlogging, right? That's what you mean. Leo, it's pretty good right now. Ethan ignored Michael too. You probably answered it already. What was the course you took when you were still studying? I did not answer yet. I was international relations. So I'm really good at relating to people. No, just it was like a super useless major for me. You do it if you want to be a diplomat or work in the government, and I didn't want to do either of those things. I just was scrolling through it. The honest story is that I really hated USC as a school. I didn't want to go there, mostly because my brother was going there, and I didn't want to like be in his shadow at all, which is like part of what happened to any younger brother. But to me in high school, it was really annoying because he's just like a big achiever, you know. And then just to be the younger sibling, you always just get compared. So I didn't want to have that happen at all. So USC was like my last choice school. It wasn't the worst school that I applied to. Like I applied to ones with lower or higher acceptance rates, but it was just the school that I wanted to go to least. And so it was like going through the majors, and I just picked one that looked interesting and random. And it was, how's it going?
We're closing in around 7.
Okay, perfect. Appreciate it. All right. So we got about. I'll probably pack this stuff up in about 3 minutes and get out of here. But yeah, it was just a random major choice and just turned out to be way more boring than I thought. You probably answered. Yeah, it's for different nuts. I was trying to learn you guys speak English on Twitch. Hog. Huh. See if we can get that guy banned on YouTube. Naomi. Okay, so yeah, any last questions? I'll wrap it up here. This is really fun. Yeah, that guy's gotta go. Thanks, Naomi. Maybe we continue later on when we're all set up. I have serious concerns about the Wi-Fi stuff working tonight. So that's why I came out so in public to do this one. So the next, I'll definitely do something in New Orleans when everyone's together, but I'm not sure if I'll do anything in between then, like Q&A wise. But I'll try to be a lot more attentive to chat. I really wish that I could get this Discord thing to work. Let me just try it real quick. Michael Gerry, Lifestream, I like your eyes. Thank you. I always think that's a funny compliment. I've only gotten that compliment twice, and I think it's funny because brown eyes are like the most common eyes. Hello, I'm back. Pimp Fraud. Oh yeah. You started this live stream January 1st of this year. I did indeed. January 1st. Oh shit. Okay, we're just gonna have to Just got to balance. Do you see this tank man in this picture? I'll have to check that out later, Leo. This place is shut down. I'm not going to hold up the stuff. Oh, so how's Samus? Samus is great. Rob. Yeah, I gotta close this down and switch over.